Many thanks for staying with us. Now let's get to a wrap-up of the international news we're tracking at this time, and Simon Pusey is standing by with Around the World in 5.
Good evening and welcome to the Channel's newsroom here in London. One of the International Criminal Court's most wanted men, Bosco Ntaganda, a former Congolese rebel leader, has been found guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity. The 45-year-old was convicted for acts committed while he was military operations chief at the Union of Congolese Patriots Militia between 2002 and 2003. Nicknamed Terminator, he was convicted on 18 counts, including murder, rape, sexual slavery and using child soldiers. Judges at the court said fighters loyal to Bosco Ntaganda disemboweled babies and smashed their heads in. He becomes the first person convicted of sexual slavery by the ICC. His sentence will be determined at a later hearing.
As concerns count 1, guilty of murder as crime against humanity. As concerns count 2, guilty of murder as a war crime.
Amnesty International has called on the United Nations to investigate what it called a large-scale murdering enterprise in the guise of the Philippine government's war on drugs. A warning the pictures we're about to show you are distressing. In its report, They Just Kill, Amnesty International also urged the UN Human Rights Council to approve a resolution calling for an investigation into the Philippines. Thousands of killings of suspected narcotics addicts and dealers have continued under President Rodrigo Duterte. Amnesty International say during the past 2 years these have become underreported and normalized to the public.
There have been 6,600 killings or drug personalities killed from July 2016 to May 2019. That's a total of around 6 killings per day. But if you add the 23,000 killings under the so-called deaths under investigation or homicide under investigation, you should add another 21 killings or a total of about 27 killings per day.
US President Donald Trump says Iran better be careful hours after Tehran announced it would shortly boost its uranium enrichment above a cap set by a landmark 2015 nuclear deal.
Iran better be careful, because you enrich for one reason, and I won't tell you what that reason is, but it's no good. They better be careful.
At least 29 people have died after a bus carrying around 40 passengers fell into the Jana Canal. It happened whilst they were driving on the Yamuna Expressway near India's northern city of Agra. The district magistrate said the incident took place at around 4:30 in the morning and added that the driver seemingly dozed off and the speeding bus then broke the bridge barrier, toppling into the canal. A South African who won the chance to be the first black African in space has died in a motorbike accident before turning his dream to reality. Mandla Maseko was killed on Saturday, according to a family statement. In 2013, the South African Air Force member beat 1 million entrants to win one of 23 places at a space academy in the US. He died aged 30. Greece's new Democracy Party leader, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, has been sworn in as Prime Minister after a landslide victory in snap elections. Mitsotakis took the oath in a ceremony conducted by the Archbishop of Greece. New Democracy won nearly 40% of the vote, upseating Alexis Tsipras' Syriza party. Mitsotakis won promising investment, lower taxes and jobs creations. He says he'll make Greece proud again. 3 people are being treated for concussion in Pamplona after the second bull run of the week-long running of the Bulls Festival of San Fermin. Thousands of runners, mostly dressed head to toe in white with bright red neckerchiefs, gather every year for the traditional morning run, after which the animals are kept in the bull ring until the afternoon's fights. Runners often get injured at traditional bull runs in Spain, but no one has died at Pamplona's San Fermin festival since a Spaniard was gouged in the neck by a bull in 2009. And finally, a Lithuanian couple have won the World Wife Carrying Championship for a second time in a row. In the contest, men compete an obstacle course with their wives slung over their shoulders. Each year, the championship draws thousands of visitors to the town of only about 4,000 inhabitants in central Finland. Saturday's competition was the 24th year it has been held. Vytautas Kurkliauskas and his wife Neringa came out on top for a second straight year, completing the course in 1 minute and 6 seconds. And that's your international news around the world in 5.